Hi family, welcome to my channel. This is Livia and today I want to talk to you about what are the top signs of a toxic work environment. Yeah, I know it's so random but useful. It's it could be happen to your best friend, it could happen to somebody you close to you or somebody that you love. It's not desirable, but it does happen. So I wanted to share with you some precautions, practical steps that you can take if you find yourself in that situation, or if you know somebody that is going through that right now. You can share this video with them, or you can text them some tips that I'm gonna be including in this video. So first of all, let's start by saying a toxic environment is really not worth your time. It's not. You are a human being with rights that should not be violated by your employee or people who work for your employee, meaning your higher ups, depending on the position that you are, or even your colleagues. Unfortunately, harassment and bullying still happens till this day. Excuse me, forgive me for my voice. It's very common, believe it or not. And it's important to be addressed immediately and properly. Those are the two main goals that you want to prioritize to execute. So I took some notes and I wrote down a few signs that you can kind of see if you resonate with it depending on where you are right now. And if not, if you're not in that situation, thank God. I just want you to be alert and to know these things. So if you ever face this situation in your life, save yourself. So, one of the signs that you can recognize a toxic work environment, it's usually not just it isn't just a bad day. It's not just one day thing, it's a pattern. And you are finding yourself working in a stressful, dysfunctional environment, work environment. And stress, I'm not saying that work can't be stress. It's not in that sense, meaning like more stress is added on to you aside from what you normally get. For instance, you're dealing with harassment, that's an additional stress. You're dealing with bully, that's an additional stress. You're dealing with passive aggressiveness from your colleagues, from, it could be different things as minimal, like not minimal, none of these are minimal. It could be somebody spreading rumors about you and they are intentionally gaslighting you, gathering others to manipulate an outcome that they desire for you, which can lead to you being fired, your reputation being ruined, and even you losing your hours, because sometimes it can even come from your higher up. It could be You might experience this type of behavior from your manager, your supervisor. It could be anybody really within the organization. Um, you have to protect yourself. Find help, find somebody that you can collaborate with, somebody who can be a witness, somebody that can help you to keep track on the things that has happened or keep happening, for you to be able to document it and have supportive evidence to back it up, because you don't want to just show up and make a claim and not have enough evidence to back it up. So sometimes that can be helpful to make your case even stronger. It could be simply by using a witness. It could be a written statement that you have diligently elaborated, including details of the date, the time, who was on schedule, where was it when it happened, and who was involved. So a toxic environment will feel like you're walking on eggshells. You're managing certain personalities, silence in meetings, and avoiding honest status updates, meaning like sometimes people can be excluding you out of even meetings that concerns you, that has to do with you. And another sign to pay attention to is when everything is urgent all the time, last minute changes, shifts priorities, after hours demands, and guilt for having boundaries. They make you feel bad if you say, okay, I can't work on these days at this time. And every other day you can call me if you need extra help, but these days I need it for myself. Um, they will make you feel like the worst person in the world. They make you rethink, reevaluate, or try to talk you out of that, or maybe compare you to other employees, or make you feel like you're not valuable and the work that you bring, the efforts are not creditable. So pay attention to that. So another thing that they normally use is the blame is a default. Mistakes, triggers, finger pointed public call outs, or who did this instead of how do we fix it. That's something that you might never hear in the workspace that is toxic, and you would see it by its fruits. Information is controlled. Decisions happen privately. It's unclear expectations, and people learn critical info through rumor or side conversations. That's another thing too. Very, very obvious. You can spot it out like this. The disrespect becomes normal. They interrupt you. There's sarcasm. There's dismissing ideas, condescending feedbacks, yelling, or subtle humiliation. Also, there is a evidence of unfairness and favoritism. Certain people get away with behaviors other will be punished for. Inconsistent rules. Um, People are depleted. More sick days, more cynicism, disengagements, excuse me. Just keep your head down. High turnovers. When you see a place that they are constantly hiring, there's people always like are leaving, that's a red flag, most definitely. So let's jump in really quickly how you can strategize to seek help. Get specific about what's happening. And this, I want to stress this because it's very important if you can put it down on paper. So when it gets to the point, when you get in front of HR or if you have to make that call, you have the most important details written down. Write down the dates, what was said, done, who was present, and the impact on the work. Keep it factual, strictly. Leave emotions out and just be based on more facts center with the things that I just mentioned. Use the lowest risk internal route first. Safety, guys. Safety is always first. Like, be careful who you share things with. Be careful who you decide to trust with these information, because if you say, let's say you're documenting and you share that with the wrong person, that same person can go back to the same people who were talking behind your back or plotting against you. And that's just gonna cause a whole lot of damage. I plead with you, please be strategic. Please clear your head before you make any decisions, so you don't take decisions out of emotions. If you trust your manager, speak to your manager. You have the right to skip the level manager. You can talk to the HR people, which I mentioned earlier, ethics, compliance, hotlines, especially for retaliation, discrimination, harassment, fraud, safety. Ask for a concrete outcome, example, clarify expectations, rebalance workload, mediation, role change, team norms, stopping specific behaviors that keeps reoccurring. Even if it happens just one, document that and make sure that you are observant of who is doing what, how they're treating you, how they're speaking to you in front of customers. And if you're hearing any feedback, any odd, alarming feedback from customers, that could be very useful for your documentation process. So the next one over is to protect yourself for retaliation risks. Keep copies of your notes, meaning if you write them down, if you decide to type, make sure you send yourself some additional copies just to keep it safe, to make sure you have it, or if you want to do both notes and type, that's also useful. That way you are prepared and well prepared. communicate in writing. It's very possible you can communicate to HR via email, or if they have any systems that are set up for that, you just have to make sure it's legit. You're talking to a real person, that it's not a scam. Keep the neutral tone, focus on the work impacts that you want to cause. For example, the professional persona you versus the professional persona of what you are experiencing, from the bullying, the harassment, and the rumors, or anything else that you feel it is a part of the harassment and abuse. Use support resources. Many organizations offer an employee assistance program, EAP to be more exact, for confidential counseling and coaching. Your doctor, therapist can also help if stress is affecting sleep, mood, or health. Some of these things, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I wish I knew it then when it happened to me. These things can save your job, it can save your paycheck, or even better, it can give you a peace of mind. Maybe you just want to resolve this and you just want to move forward, keep the peace. Some people decide just to move on completely. It's up to you. It depends on your comfort level, really. You have the right to escalate it if it's severe. If you feel like you're getting threats, harassment, discrimination, unsafe work conditions, or illegal, unethical pressure, go directly to HR compliance hotline. And if immediate danger, local emergency services, because some toxic places, they use intimidation to bring you harm, verbally abusive, verbal abuse, physical abuse, any kind of abuse really can go. Because sometimes, if, let's say it's 7 against 1, most likely the people who are greater than just 1, they're actually most likely in the same page. They get along, they are agreeing with that type of behavior. And normally there is a ringleader who is leading them on, or maybe pressuring them to believe what they believe, to bring someone down. So I wrote down like 12 signs. I'm just gonna name a few that can stand out for you. Let's see, I can name, let's go through it and see how many I can say. You can Google. You can always use Google to see signs and examples of toxic work environment. Number 1, chronic poor communication, rumors, secrecy, unclear expectations. We already went over that. Higher turnover and constant burnt out. Fear-based culture, bullying, gossip, or cliques. That's something that I noticed before. Blame over problem solving, unfair treatment or favoritism, lack of respect and basic professionalism, unrealistic demands, constant urgency, no recognition, only criticism, ethical red flags, Low trust in leadership. Promises don't match actions. Decision feel arbitrary. And there's always rising stress symptoms in the team. More absenteeism, sick days, disengagement, silence meeting. And it all depends. I mean, this is just to give you an idea of what it can look like, but this can be also other things that I didn't mention. So to summarize, a toxic work environment, it's usually categorized by patterns. If you notice these patterns of these signs repeatedly happening, call HR, call compliance, call any of these things like that. Anybody that you think can help you, can guide you, can coach you into a safe outcome, do it. Do it if you feel at peace moving in that manner. But I want to suggest it's best to move in silence until you know exactly what strategy works best for you. And a toxic work environment is going to affect your performance. It's not just going to affect your performance, it's going to affect your mental health. It's going to affect your physical health. It's going to affect your emotional health. All of these things can work together against you because you're not supposed to be dealing with this. You are too valuable. You are worthy of respect. You are worthy of a safe work environment where you can come in, handle your responsibilities, and leave without any harassment or bullying. You don't have to deal with that. There are people in position to help you delegate, to help you best solve the problem effectively. And find ongoing sustainable support. Keep it confidential until it's time. Again, just in case you miss it, a medical support is actually good because that can be used as also a backup supporting evidence, meaning your doctor knows how much that is impacting your health, and it could be written in paper. It could be a doctor, it could be a counselor, it could be a therapist. Talk to someone you feel safe and comfortable. Build a practical exit transfer option. If you feel like this is not the best option for you, update your resume. Identified internal roles or maybe external. Maybe you might find something that is more suitable for you and will give you better pay even. You never know your chances and the opportunities that are out there. Pay attention to behaviors that are changing, the workload sustainability, and see if the trust is improving. If it's declining, that is not a place for you. Leave. Find a better option. It's only going to get worse. Escalate. Make sure you report. Even if they don't decide not to do anything internally, just know that there's help out there that you can reach out to, because These type of behaviors in the workplace, it's completely unacceptable, and people should and can be held accountable for it. Thanks for watching and take care.